Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome to another unboxing video. It's been a while since we did our last unboxing video. Someone back then asked me to unbox something, they didn't really care what it was. And at the time I had just recently bought a keyboard, so I unboxed that. But, as we all know, it has just been Christmas. One of the presents that I received was a certain something that I thought seemed relevant to the channel. My brother got me this. He got me a PlayStation Classic, so I thought I'd unbox this on the camera. I of course unwrapped it, I unwrapped the present and found this, and so I immediately, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I can unbox this for the channel. So let's take a look inside. Alrighty, well, let's get a knife to cut this little bit of sellotape here. Yeah. And open this up, see what's inside. Ooh, okay. We've got a box within a box. Ooh. So yeah, it's just got some little foldy sides on this box. Now, what do we have here? We have a little one of these things. Sorry, that's really blown out in color from the friggin' my light source, my ring light. What's in here? We got another box in here. How do we get in here? Oh, this way around. Voila! Would you look at that? Oh my god. I might have to get my old PlayStation 1 out. Got your manual. PlayStation. Okay, and now, can we pull this out of here, or do I open it? I think I open another layer. There we go. And then... ta-da! Look at the little thing. Look at this little thing. I'm like torn, I think. I love this little thing. I love the look of it. I love the idea. I just wish there were more games that I really wanted to, that I really wanted to play. Got the little buttons. They all work. All the buttons work. Of course you can't, I mean, I say they work, but the open doesn't open the lid, It would have been interesting if they made it play PSP discs. The little PSP UMD things that they could have fit in the little case there. Let's put this aside and see if there's anything else in the box. There should be. Just slide that open that up. Same on this side. And pull that out. There we go. And here are the controllers. Yeah, so they chose to use the original PlayStation 1 controllers. When we first got our PS1, we got one of these. But then all of the controllers that came out afterwards had the the DualShock analog sticks. So we only ever had one of these controllers. Oh yeah, and these have little USB things here. So they're made to look like a miniature version of the original PlayStation controller plug. But of course it's just a little USB on there, and that just plugs into the little USB slots it has on the front. So, yeah, I've got it the right way around. Right way around. There we are. Yeah, so it looks like a little PlayStation controller plugged into a tiny little PlayStation. Now, just out of curiosity, I have to go and get my old PS1 and just have a look. Well, how's that for a size comparison? Oh my god. Yeah, look at the coloration. That's like, they're supposed to be the same gray. This is years of like sitting in the sun and getting discolored and but yeah, this one still works. This one has the ejector works, of course. But other than the buttons having these symbols, it's basically identical. Down to the little like bars along the side and everything. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the front panels. Oh, I don't want to knock something off the table. Down to like the little front panels. Yeah, of course this has little USBs in them, but yeah, oh my god. I couldn't find a normal classic controller. My brother might have them with his stuff, I'm not sure. But yeah, you'll have to just take my word that this is exactly what the old controllers look like. Yeah, that's amazing. So this little device comes with a little HDMI cable, of course, because it uses HDMI as opposed to the old VGA, what do they call that cable type again? I forget what it's called. Editing Roy will put it somewhere on the screen. Yeah, so it just has one HDMI port at the back, power port of course. I believe that's just a mini USB, which this also comes with. Yeah, just a little mini USB. I'll open that up. So yeah, you just plug your little mini USB in the back. I guess this is supposed to just be charged or powered by some kind of device that would power via a USB. Because it doesn't come with like a power plug, it comes with a USB power cable. So do you plug this into something that would charge a USB device? So like you can plug this into a computer and it would run the device. But I guess you can get sockets that you have on the walls or whatever that you can plug a device into just to charge it, and then in this case it would just be to power the device. Interesting. It doesn't come with like a power plug. Like it doesn't come with a traditional style power plug. But of course, yeah, as you've probably seen already, it comes with the 2 controllers, so any game that has 2-player you can play on this little device. The thing comes with 20 games. A bunch of them, like a good handful of them at least, are games that I freaking loved when I was a child. Sorry, my chair is creaking like crazy. If I bring this up to the camera here, you can see all the games that this version of this classic console comes with. Some of them I don't know why they included, but ones like Final Fantasy VII, I loved that, Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, Abe's Odyssey, Resident Evil 1, Tekken 3, Siphon Filter, Twisted Metal, they're all great games that I would love to play. And there are a bunch of games that I've heard are classic, but I never played myself. Like, there's like, oh god, wrong finger. There's like Persona there. I've never tried Persona 1. I've heard the other Persona games are great, but I've never tried never tried any of them actually. Jumping Flash is apparently a classic that I never played. Intelligent Cube is a game that we ended up buying on the PlayStation Store, but I don't think I've ever played it still. Oh, Cool Borders is another game. Oh. Cool Borders is another game that was really cool that I played back in the day, but I'm not really that into the sports games. I never did play Rayman myself. Once again, I've heard it's classic, and I've seen some people playing modern Rayman games. I remember seeing it in stores and stuff like that, but we just never bought it ourselves. There's some other classics that a lot of people love, like Ridge Racer, and and Wild Arms. I missed Wild Arms. But Wild Arms is a game that I only played a small amount, but I freaking loved what I did play of it. Very much like Final Fantasy, you know, RPG style game. The games I'm kind of mad that they included are this Super Puzzle Fighter 2, which is just like a freaking, you can get that kind of game on your phone. Why would they include that? Mr. Driller is like, once again, just like a dropping, it's like a reverse Tetris, or it's like one of those digging games where you just, yeah, the character's just going down, destroying blocks. Once again, a kind of game you'd have on your phone. Why they would include a game like that, I don't know. If I'd never heard of this game until it was said to be included on this box. And then Battle Arena Toshinden here. Apparently that was very popular in Japan. And while that's fine, like it's fine to have games that are popular in the countries, what I've heard or what I've seen is that the classic got 2 versions made. One that was like a Japanese version that had all the popular Japanese games, and then one that was like a European Western version. And this is the Western version, of course. So, if that was really popular in Japan, and they made a separate Japanese and Western version, why include that as a game in the lineup for the Western version? They could have just had it on the Japanese version only, and put another game that was popular in the Western market instead. I don't know. Their decisions for what they did with this thing are a little annoying. I'm still gonna enjoy the hell out of it. I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna enjoy the hell out of this little device, but it saddens me that they could have included some other classics, some other great games, if they had just not included some of those shitty games, you know? But such is the way of these kind of consoles, I guess. I'm sure I'm going to be playing some multiplayer PS1 stuff with my... Oh, God. I'm sure I'm going to be playing some multiplayer on this console with my brother at some point. I know he doesn't have one of these himself. He has a NES or a SNES Classic. I never really played Nintendo stuff, and neither did he. But he's been really getting into the Nintendo stuff lately, whereas I still have not. I still haven't played like any Nintendo stuff other than Super Mario Odyssey. I never even really played Pokemon much myself. I watched the anime and I loved the anime, watched the TV show. But yeah, when it comes to the games, when it comes to Nintendo games, Pokemon games, whatever, I was not really that interested, honestly. I was a Sony boy and I'll always be a Sony boy, probably. When it comes to console stuff. I'm very much a computer-oriented person, mostly, but when it comes to the console games, console devices, I'm always going to be a Sony fanboy. But, god damn it, I got all these cables. Let's look back up here. Is that about right? I think it's a little low. That's a little bit better. So, yeah. Until we end up plugging this in and recording some stuff on it. Because it's HDMI, it's so hard to see it. Because it's HDMI, I can actually plug in my Elgato and I can record some gameplay footage from it. One of the things that's difficult is that I have one of the more modern Elgato devices, so I can't really record from like PS3, PS2, PS1. I can't record it from anything that doesn't use HDMI. The PS3 is the one exception there where it has HDMI, but the PS3 was set up in such a way that you can't have stuff plugged in between your device and your monitor because of copyright HDCP bullshit. So for the PS1 game stuff, like, I have a bunch of PS1 stuff on my PS3, but I can't record it. I can now record some of it because of this. Yay! So yeah, maybe expect some PS1 classics sometime soon on the channel. I know I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of some of those games. I'm gonna boot this up and see what it's like. I might record that. I might record myself, my first experiences with this device. But until such a time as I do, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. If there's any more sort of IRL stuff like this, anything you want me to unbox, anything that I can acquire and unbox, you know, that doesn't cost too much money, let me know. I'm always keen to try new things on the channel, so yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas, any thoughts on what you'd like to see. But whatever the case, thank you so much for watching, and as always,